Good morning there, friends and neighbors. How about if we have a quick little lesson on 9-inch Ford brake drumology. This is a 9-inch Ford rear end, and supposedly in 1957 it was attached to this car, this frame, this body when I bought it. I don't think it had, I think it did have a set of backing plates, but there was nothing on them. And I'm not sure if it had drums or not. But what I have on there now, because I remember at the time I was locating parts to try to make all this work. Now, right now I have two drums on that rear end, and they both look like this, except one is a 1/2 or 3/4 inch wider than the other. And that means that this only puts a little bit of shoe, that's like an inch and 3/4 of shoe to metal. So I wanted, and this one leaves part of the brake shoe exposed when it sits on that wheel. You can look over the back side of the tire and you can see, in fact, you can see this line right here. Well, everything beyond that line is open to the air, and the shoe only comes to there. So that means there's that much shoe. It looks like that could be up to a 1/2 inch. And see, that shoe goes underneath this lip here and also goes over the top of this lip. It would if it was wider. So I went looking for brake drums, and the best deal I found was on Parts Geek. Now, what I thought I was buying was a brake drum with, this one has a full 2 inches, supposedly 2 1/4 is what it's supposed to have, and it has a full 2 1/4 inches of drum to shoe matter. And I thought it was a multi-lug wheel, but it turns out it's a Ford truck wheel. This is a 5-on-5 pattern, meaning it's 5 inches. This circle is a 5-inch diameter. This circle is a 4.5 inch diameter. This is a Ford automobile lug pattern, and this is a Ford truck lug pattern. So what I actually got was a Ford truck rim, and you would think because this has more shoe material that it would put more on the shoe, but that's not actually correct. Because if you take a walking one of these kind of sticks, now you can see that this drum is actually shorter than this drum. And another thing about this drum is if you measure the distance from the bottom of that to there, that's 3 3/8. And if you do the same thing here, I have to move that to get it to sit on there. Get this one out of the way. If you measure this, it's 2. That's 2 and 5/8. And this one is 3. That one is 3 1/4. So this has 3/4 of an inch more. I guess what I'm trying to say is, because of the way this drum comes out and then it drops down, and this one comes out and it drops down, but it's not as much. So this whole wheel would sit further out from the edge of the axle, so that you would actually have less, even though this is a larger space for drum to shoe connection, this would actually sit further out on the wheel so that you'd have less of this actually making contact with the drum. Now, Parts Geek is it's a neat place to buy parts from because they're not very expensive. However, I can't go back and look at what I ordered to see if I ordered the wrong shoe by mistake or if they just sent me the wrong shoe. But Don, the guy that helped me put air conditioner in the Studebaker over there, he has a slew of Fords, Ford trucks, Ford cars, all kind of Fords. And they told me at the car show the other day they had almost like a warehouse full of car, parts. And so I called Don and asked him if I could just bring him over and swap him this Ford truck hub for a Ford car hub. So I'm gonna take both of these over. He's on a trip right now, but when he gets back, I'm going to take both of these over there and we're going to sort through his pile and see if we can find a drum that's suitable for what I need here. So that's where I'm at with it. And that was a lot to say, but I wanted to talk about these just for your enlightenment so that you kind of understand what I'm trying to do here. All right.